A daily scene since fighting began between Sudan's army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, 1 month ago.
There's been gunfire and explosions in Sudan's capital, Khartoum, as the Sudanese army clashes with paramilitary forces.
A fierce power struggle within Sudan's military leadership has led to violent conflicts in the capital city of Khartoum and other parts of the country. The clashes involve the regular army and a paramilitary group known as the Rapid Support Forces. Let's explore more into what has caused this situation in Sudan. Sudan is located in northeastern Africa and is one of the largest countries on the continent, spanning an area of 1.9 million square kilometers. It is considered one of the poorest nations globally, with its population of 46 million people surviving on an average annual income of $750 per person. Sudan's population is predominantly Muslim, and the official languages spoken in the country are Arabic and English. Following the 2021 coup, Sudan has been under the control of a council led by two key military figures. General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, who heads the armed forces and essentially serves as the country's president. General Mohamed hamdan dagalo, commonly known as Hamid, serves as al-Burhan's deputy and leads the RSF. The conflict arises from their differing views on the country's future direction, particularly regarding the transition to civilian rule. The main points of contention include the integration of the 100,000-strong RSF into the regular army and determining the leadership of this combined force. The conflict erupted on the 15th of April after days of tension when members of the RSF were redeployed across the country, which the army perceived as a threat. Despite hopes for peaceful negotiations, talks never materialized. While it remains disputed who fired the first shot, the fighting quickly escalated in various parts of the country, resulting in over 400 civilian deaths. The RSF was established in 2013, originating from the infamous Janjaweed militia known for its brutal suppression of rebels in Darfur, where they faced allegations of ethnic cleansing. Under the leadership of General Dagalo, the RSF has grown into a powerful force involved in conflicts in Yemen and Libya. They have also gained economic interests, including control over some of Sudan's gold mines. The RSF has faced accusations of human rights abuses, including the massacre of more than 120 protesters in June 2019. Their presence outside the regular army has been a destabilizing factor in the country. Although the conflict initially revolved around control of strategic installations, much of the fighting has taken place in urban areas, with civilians unwittingly caught in the crossfire. The exact location of RSF bases is unclear, but it appears that their fighters have moved into densely populated areas. The Sudanese Air Force has conducted airstrikes in the capital, a city of over 6 million people, likely causing civilian casualties. Ceasefires have been declared to allow people to escape the fighting, but compliance has been lacking. The current fighting is the latest episode in a series of tensions following the ousting of President Omar al-Bashir in 2019, who had seized power in a coup in 1989. Massive street protests led to the military removing al-Bashir, but civilians continued to demand a transition to democracy. A joint military-civilian government was established but was overthrown in another coup in October 2021, led by General Burhan. Since then, the rivalry between General Burhan and General Dagalo has intensified. Although a framework deal was agreed upon to return power to civilians, subsequent talks to finalize the details have failed. The intentions of both sides remain unclear, with suspicions that they seek to retain their positions of power and associated wealth. There are concerns that the ongoing conflict could further fracture Sudan, worsen political instability, and involve neighboring countries. Diplomats have been actively trying to facilitate dialogue between the two generals to restore civilian rule. While a regional bloc planned to send 3 presidents to Khartoum, the mission did not materialize. The UK, US, and EU have called for a ceasefire and peaceful negotiations to resolve the crisis. Many countries are now focused on evacuating their citizens and seeking a resolution to the conflict. Recently, India also successfully conducted an operation to evacuate over 3,000 of Indians from the violence-struck Sudan with the help of Indian Navy and Indian Air Force. The operation was named Operation Cavalry. The fighting in Sudan has thrust the nation into a state of turmoil, with devastating consequences for its people. As clashes between the military and paramilitary forces escalate, civilians have become unintended victims, caught in the crossfire in urban areas. The power struggle and rivalries within Sudan's military apparatus have further complicated the situation, hindering progress towards a civilian-led government. The conflict's implications extend beyond Sudan's borders, posing risks to regional stability and drawing the attention of international actors. It is imperative that concerted efforts are made to establish a ceasefire, initiate meaningful dialogue, and pave the way for a peaceful resolution. The future of Sudan and the well-being of its people depend on the collective commitment to finding a path towards stability, justice, and a democratic transition. If you like this video, then please subscribe to the channel. Also hit the like button and share with your family and friends. Thank you.